All right, everyone. Well, I've got some fantastic news coming up here for Raid Shadow Legends. I know this is a moment that a lot of you guys have been waiting a while for, and let's jump right to it because we actually have quite a bit of stuff to talk about today. Well, the good news is we have a ×2 summoning event for Ancient Shards coming up tomorrow. This was posted in the official Raid Shadow Legends Discord server not that long ago, only about an hour before the time of me posting this video. So this is fresh news right here. By the community manager Valkyrie. Guys, sorry that I'm abusing the privilege to write in here today, but I do hope that the reason is worth it. I would like to let you know that the Double Chance event for Ancient Shards will start tomorrow, January 30th, together with the Champion Chase tournament. Very happy summons to you. So I'm not sure what she meant about abusing the privilege to write in here today. But I don't think any of us are ever going to complain about hearing about a ×2 summon event coming up in the future, especially considering that it is probably going to be the best summoning event that we have out of all the events in Raid Shadow Legends. So I'm really excited. I've definitely been waiting for this one for a while. I know a lot of you guys have as well, because I always see in the YouTube comments, hey, Salt, do you know when the next summoning event is going to be? I've been saving up my shards forever, and I want to get as much out of them as I can. And unfortunately, I don't have any kind of insider info about the game. I don't know when these events are going to be coming out, but now that we have this posted in the Discord, we know that it's going to be happening tomorrow. So if you've been saving up your shards, this is the moment that you guys have been waiting for. Now, speaking of saving up your shards, I will also commit to this right here, guys. I will show you the ancient shards that I have right now, and you might be like, wait, that's not as many as I might have thought, but I will tell you guys that I am actually going to be spending gems on summons. So one of the top questions that I get is, Salt, why do you have so many gems? What's going on there? Are you a Plarium employee? Do you have some kind of secret info? No, guys, I don't have any secret info. I'm not a Plarium employee. None of that or any crazy stuff. I know I talked about it in a video a couple of months ago. It's not anything too crazy or anything like that, but it is definitely a nice thing to have when we have one of these awesome ×2 events coming up. So I have 84 Ancient Shards right here. And then I have a ton of gems. So I can commit, guys, that during this ×2 summoning event, I'm going to summon on my account at least 200 Ancient Shards in total. At least. So that's the 84 that I have right here, plus an extra 120 or so that I'm going to end up buying with my gems. It could be more. It's a minimum of 200. So you guys can expect that on the channel. It's going to be either one massive summoning session, 2 smaller ones, who knows, it could even be more, but within the next couple of days, there will be at least a few summoning videos, so those of you guys who enjoy that content, definitely keep an eye on it in the channel, because it'll be coming up really, really soon. Now, a few notes about this summoning event that I want to talk about, especially to those of you guys who it is your first summoning event. I know some of you guys might already know this, but a lot of the people who watch my videos, this is actually going to be a good number of people's very first summoning event. So I want to make sure that you guys don't end up making these mistakes that could absolutely petrify you if you do. So first of all, important thing to note in this actual announcement is that not only do we have a summoning event going on, but we also have a Champion Chase tournament that is going to be running alongside the summoning event as well, which means you guys want to make sure to wait until they are both active at the same time in order to do your summons. You guys know how I feel about efficiency and getting as much out of your resources as you can. That's one of the reasons why I absolutely love the ×2 rates for summoning, because it's almost like getting 2 Ancient Shards worth of value for one. Not quite the same, because you still only get 1 champion, but you know, it's a easy comparison to make. But we also have that Champion Chase tournament going up as well. So that is going to be showing up in the tournament screen. It's not here right now. My prediction is it'll probably be here a little bit later today, maybe tonight. Usually 12 hours or so before they start, they pop up. But something that Plarium likes to do occasionally that is a little bit scummy, they've been doing it less recently, but they still do it occasionally, is they'll start one of these events like an hour or 2 before the other. So maybe they'll start the summoning event, maybe they'll start the tournament. Just make sure that you guys wait until they are both active. You don't want to get too far ahead of yourselves and start to do your summons and then realize that you missed out on the freebies that you could have gotten from the tournament. It's probably going to be a whale tournament, let's just be honest. That's what they've recently been, but it's still going to be some free stuff. There will be a leaderboard like we have on the left side of the screen, and then on the right side, this is where you won't have to really compete against other people. You might as well just get some extra free stuff for your summons, even if it's not, you know, super insane. So definitely make sure you wait until they are both active at the same time. Now, when it comes to the actual summoning portal, absolutely make sure that you guys actually see ×2 Ancients is active. The number one way to check is always click on this little eye icon right here and go to Ancient Shards. Now, as of right now, you guys will see it says 91.5% for rare, 8% for epic, and 0.5% for legendary. This is the normal rates. This is not double rates. You also won't see any kind of crazy animations. There's no portal glow or anything like that. Before you start your summons, always click on this little eye icon and make sure that it says that the summon chance for epics is 16%, which is doubled from 8%, and for legendaries it is 1%, which of course is doubled from 0.5%. They've tried to make it a bit more obvious now, which is great, but always check, because especially with some of the weird issues that we've had in Raid Shadow Legends, like the lag, the disconnects, the downtime, which I'll talk about a little bit later on in this video, but you always want to check this stuff because it would be tragic for you to think that we have a ×2 event running, summon, and then realize that you're still getting the normal rates. You never know as well with time zone issues. If they activate it in one time zone, maybe it's not fully active in another. It's just something you really want to double check. Alright, so that's everything summoning related, and again, I will be doing at least 200 Ancient Shards worth of summons in the next few days, so definitely keep an eye out on the channel for that. I'm super excited, and I've been waiting for this event just like a lot of you guys have as well. So, now in some other news, we do have another event that actually just started, the Artifact Enhancement event. And there's a little side note about this event that it's a tiny bit different. It's not quite exactly the same as the other ones that we've had. I think this is the first Artifact Enhancement event in a while that has not had a points total of 5,500. This one is actually about half as many points, 3,000 instead of 5,500. And the way to get points is still going to be the same, but this means that if you guys have completed one of these Artifact Enhancement events in the past, this one is only going to cost approximately half as much silver, maybe a little bit more. So whatever silver it cost you to complete the ones before, roughly take about half of that, maybe add a little bit because it's a bit more than half as many points, and that's what you're going to need in order to complete this one. The rewards are decent as well. You've got energy, you've got gems, you've got a void shard, an epic tome, a few brews, couple of chickens. You know, it's one of those events where the rewards are nice. It's a nice little bonus, but it's not really a game breaker. If you don't end up getting these rewards, it's not going to really negatively impact your account in a major way. It's nice to pick them up, but not really a too big deal either way. If you guys have the silver and you've been looking to upgrade your artifacts in the next couple of days, might as well pick up some free stuff. But, you know, if not, and you just want to focus on the summoning event that we have coming up, that's totally fine as well. Now, the last thing as well when it comes to running events and tournaments is we have this Ice Golem tournament, ends in 17 hours. I think right when this Ice Golem tournament ends is when we will end up getting the introduction to that champion chase tournament running alongside the double rates event. But this one I decided to skip out on. I'm just a little bit burnt out right now after spending 10 full days grinding on that champion training tournament, which didn't really go too well. If you guys watched the video yesterday, I'm not going to get into it much today, but I'm a little bit burnt out, so I haven't been going too crazy on the Spider and the Ice Golem tournament, but now that the summoning event is coming around the corner, that is definitely something that I am very much looking forward to. So, now speaking of compensation, downtime, all the crazy stuff that's been going on, crashing issues, this is a comment that I see a lot of in the videos is, you know, what do you think about all the crashing issues? What do you think about all the downtime? And this is actually something I comment a little bit on, considering I've been playing the game since April. And, you know, when I first started the game in April, it was worse than it is right now. I will say that. There were downtimes that were almost the full day long, especially when they very first introduced tournaments. Tournaments actually just started up right when I was playing the game. Like, they had their very first tournament maybe a couple of weeks after I started playing Raid Shadow Legends. And there were so many problems with tournaments crashing the game. Like I said, the game would be down for an entire day, and they were not even that good about compensation. So, you know, we got really used for a very long time of not really having too many of these kinds of problems, but now it seems like they're starting to happen more and more frequently. I will say, as annoying as it is, at least the compensations are okay. You know, everyone kind of has their opinions. You guys can always let me know how you feel about this, but yesterday the game was down for about 2.5 hours right in the middle of prime time. Like, right when everybody was playing, the game went down for a long time. To apologize for the inconvenience, we're giving everyone some free gifts: 250 energy, 1 day of 100% experience boost, 2 clan boss keys, and an ancient shard. If you guys didn't see these, they are in your mailbox right now. And it is unfortunate, but hey, at least the compensation, it seems to be reasonable, I guess you could say. I know some people always expect more, but it's better than absolutely nothing. It does suck that it was during prime time, and I really hope that these things do get better, but you guys are 100% right when you say that it definitely has been worse than it was a couple of weeks or a couple of months ago. Something's going on to cause these issues to be more frequent, and I don't know if it's related to the patch 1.13 or if it's just something else. It's kind of really hard to say, and I don't have any kind of insider info, unfortunately. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is a little bit more info about 1.13. I'll just end this video off with a quick little note. I actually will mention another content creator, Chofli or Chosen. He makes YouTube videos, and he actually was able to somehow get a full hour-long interview or discussion, I guess you could say. Maybe interview is not the best word, with Cirilla, which is one of the community managers of Raid Shadow Legends. And this was actually, I want to say, the first time that I know of where a content creator was really able to sit down with somebody directly involved with Raid Shadow Legends and possibly get some info and some details about things coming out in the future. He actually has this video up on his channel posted, Chosen's Corner, Cirilla, Plarium's community manager. I actually listened to the entire thing. It was very interesting. Like I said, very cool to hear some perspective from somebody who actually works at Plarium. Now, unfortunately, they weren't able to say quite as much info about the future as I was hoping for, but you know how Plarium is. They seem to do a lot of teasing, especially with upcoming content, and that's kind of where they leave it off as. This is just teases. So the one thing that she did mention that caught my attention was a bit more info about the Battle Pass. Now, it's not a lot more info. They're still staying pretty quiet about it, but we know a little bit more about how it's going to work. And the Battle Pass is going to include a bunch of new quests and new content. That's what she said, new quests and new content. And the way that the Battle Pass is going to work is it's going to, similarly to the quests that we have here, dailies and weeklies, the Battle Pass is also going to have a daily and a weekly quest type system. So that's all the extra info that we really know about it for now. That's quite interesting. Not exactly what I was expecting when I thought the Battle Pass, what it would have. I was definitely expecting something a bit different, but apparently it's going to be more quest-related stuff, dailies and weeklies. So I'll leave that off. Of course, if you guys want more info or you want to listen to the full discussion in detail, I will link Chosen's video and his discussion with her in the description of the video, so feel free to check it out. And that's going to be it for the video today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you are all just as excited about this upcoming summoning event as I am. And if you guys are, and you're especially interested in my 200 plus Ancient Shard summoning sessions and videos coming out soon, consider subscribing to the channel. Definitely keep an eye out. That'll be coming up really soon. Thank you to all of you guys who do. And if you want to help out, tossing a quick like means more than you can imagine, so thank you to all of you guys who do that as well. And more Raid Shadow Legends videos, guides, tutorials, and all that fun stuff should be popping up on the screen. Feel free to check it out. But if not, have a fantastic day, everyone. Good luck on all your summons. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section of the video, and I will see you all very soon. This is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.